The chairman of Decca, Sir Edward Lewis, had been at Trinity College, Cambridge, when he was a young lad, and I was there at the time of having Everyone's Gone to the Moon. So the moment the record came out, he went, "Oh, goodness gracious, we've got somebody from Trinity, Cambridge, I must..." So I went up and met him, and we immediately got on like a house on fire. So the result was we became close personal friends. He became my mentor. I ran his record company for him totally, twice in the career of Decca, which was a fascinating time, for no money, incidentally, just for expenses and everything else as a favour for him. But no, Sir Edward, well, he was absolutely wonderful. He was the force, the energy source behind the music industry. We compare Sir Joseph Lockwood and Sir Edward, there's no comparison. Sir Joseph was just somebody who happened to be in a position at EMI at a certain time. He didn't really contribute anything. The only good thing about him is he was a queen, and I'm thoroughly in favour of gay people in the music industry. Sir Edward wasn't a queen at all. In fact, the other way, if anything, he had an affair with his secretary when his wife was alive and then married her when his wife died. When I was running Decca, and I got really close to Sir Edward, and it was great fun, but Sir Edward used to giggle about Marcel, Dick Rowe and Hugh Mendel, who were his three A&R people. They were all rather short of stature, and he used to send them up because they used to try and get him to make a decision. And they used to chase him around the table of the boardroom, and he used to do a little dance with these little three dwarfs, as he called them, the three dwarfs chasing him around the table trying to get a decision. And indeed, there were probably, it wasn't really him, it was Townsley, who was his MD, whose sole function in life was to block everything if he possibly could. But of course, when I came in, I was over Townsley, so therefore anything I had to do, I did. So I kick-started things, brought the whole thing back a bit. And I remember actually one of the tracks Marcel discovered, which was "I'm Only a Poor Little Sparrow" by the Ramblers. And I said, "I think you've got a hit here, Marcel," and pulled it through. And indeed, it did sell lots of records in the end. But Marcel and Dick and Hugh must have found Sir Edward a nightmare, because he was, by then, out of the normal music industry. It's all different generations. By the time he'd taken me on to do everything, because I was negotiating with Alan Klein about the Rolling Stones re-signing and all this sort of thing. And I remember at one point he phoned me up, and it was the summer, and he called and said, "We're having a board meeting and you've got to come over to brief everybody on how the negotiations are going with the Stones." And I said, "But Sir Edward, I'm lying on my roof in swimming trunks in the sunshine getting a suntan." And he said, No, you've got to come now." I said, "Well, I'm not getting dressed." He said, "No, you don't have to get dressed." So I got in a taxi in my swimming trunks and went round there, walked in, and people who were board members have since told me it's one of their most memorable moments. I gave them 20 minutes on how things were, and Sir Edward said, "Thank you very much," and off I went. Sir Edward didn't flinch at all, because he was expecting me to be only wearing swimming trunks. I didn't flinch at all, because I just was giving them the information. Off I went. I wasn't being paid. I was running the bloody company, wasn't being paid. The board members, all of whom were sitting there in suits and ties and everything else, were gasping. They couldn't believe what they were seeing and hearing.